Hello everybody, it's Ollie from GamesAlike, and today I'm going to be delivering you the scariest games of all time. Now, this list isn't just filled with just random jump scare games, they're a little bit boring and repetitive. I've done my best to fill this with real psychological thrillers, games that get kind of under your skin, games with great storylines and great gameplay, and I have mixed in a few jump scare ones along the way, and even a few wild cards to keep everybody happy, so I hope you enjoy. And before you start this video, I just want to mention that there is a guide down below in the description. If you click it, it will teach you exactly how I get all the games on this list, plus all the games that I usually play, AAA tiles and all that, for 50%, 60%, even 70% off. It's an amazing guide and you should really check it out. Anyway, I hope you enjoy. Dead by Daylight is one of the funnest horror games that I have played. There's 4 survivors. There's 1 murderer. It's online. If you're the murderer, you have to hunt the survivors, hook them on nasty hooks, kill them, just brutal. And if you're the survivors, you have to switch on these generator things in order to get out. It is just awesomely fun. It really gets that tingle inside you, which makes you just feel like you're going to get killed, and it's like a nervous kind of poo tingle. I can't really explain it, but it's awesome. The Forest is a wild card. I know I'm going to have lots of people tell me this isn't a horror game, and I understand where you're coming from. But as someone who spent 10 plus hours playing this game, I can tell you that having the cannibals stalk you and try and rip your base apart and try to eat you and take you down into their weird cannibal little jungle house and stuff like that is scary. It's very anxiety inducing, and just like Rust is, it has this element of fear to it. Plus, it's also completely different to the other games on this list. It's not really a psychological horror, it's more of a survival game, which I think is kind of cool to mix things up a little bit. Dead Space is a prime example of an awesome game, with great story and great fear. I don't know if it's the game mechanics in this game that make it so scary, or the fact that when I played this I was a little bit younger, but I can tell you some of my funnest scary experiences have been in Dead Space. So no, it isn't just your normal horror that's going to leave you like kind of crying, but it is a game that you will have like blood pumping through your body and just like, feel adrenalized, kind of like Resident Evil franchise. Gives me the same experience. Five Nights at Freddy is quite a generic jump scare game, but once you add in alcohol possibly and a few friends, this game becomes quite good fun. Now you're not going to play this game for hours on end, it's more of a couple of hours here and there, and once you've played it, you've played it. But I had to make its way on this list just because I feel like a lot of people have had fun with this game. Amnesia could possibly be one of the most famous horror games, with a lot of top YouTubers playing it and doing jump scare compilations of it. Now it's not necessarily an in-your-face horror, but the atmosphere leads it to be an absolutely killer scary experience. So if you're into psychological horrors, definitely give Amnesia a try. Outlast. This could possibly be the scariest game on this list. It's so scary in fact, I've added both Outlast 1 and 2 to this list due to the fact they're both absolutely unreal, amazing games. Now this is the kind of game that is going to have you gripping at your chair while screaming your head off. And for that reason, you should definitely play it. Trust me, why would I lie to you? I just want to hear you get scared. That's basically what I do this for. I just like people getting scared, you know? PT. Now PT was originally a Silent Hill interactive trailer. Sadly, the latest Silent Hill has been discontinued and will not be made. Hopefully they'll change their mind on it, but right now there's no chance of it coming out in the future. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't try the interactive trailer. It takes about 10 to 20 minutes playthrough, and it is one of the most awesome artistic horror games that I have played. Be sure to give it a try. Resident Evil 7. Now this is the latest in the Resident Evil franchise, and I must say it is the best game that they've created since Resident Evil 4, my opinion. It has the perfect mix of absolutely shit scary horror to amazing story and awesome gameplay mechanics. As always, the resources are quite hard to find, the jump scares are happening all the time, and the graphics are badass. Manhunt was one of the first horror games that I played. And again, it has a really great balance of story, gameplay, and fear. Now there's not too many jump scares in this, and then the one I played, it was set in a mental hospital and it was just outright creepy. But it was kind of stealthish. I really like that gameplay. I have reason to believe it may have got banned, the one that I had. I'm not even sure, but Condemned, Criminal Origins. Now if the other games on the list fail to scare you, I'm sure Criminal Origins will do the job. This atmospheric horror game has been raved about and has amazing reviews. Now I am not yet to play this game, but as I've read the reviews, I can tell you that a lot of people say that it's absolutely awesome and extremely scary. The Evil Within does an absolutely amazing job of scaring most people senseless. But even though the anxiety-inducing gameplay can sometimes be quite off-putting, the game's story and the twisted thinking in this game, along with the great environments, keep a lot of people coming back for more. See, if you're really looking to be scared, but want something with lots of depth, The Evil Within might be just the game for you. Alan Wake is a psychological thriller based on the supernatural world. It does a fantastic job of showing you just how scary the darkness can be, and is almost played through kind of like a scary awesome box set. It's got incredibly submersive gameplay, and the graphics and ability to connect it to 3 screens makes it super killer. So if you do have 3 screens and a PC, then you should try this out. I would if I wasn't so scared of games like this. I'd probably try this out on my 3 screen, but I'm too scared, man, so I ain't gonna do it. Here They Lie made it on this list for one reason, and that's the fact it incorporates PlayStation's virtual reality. So not only can you get scared from the actual game, you can get scared because it submerses you in virtual reality world, which anybody who's played virtual reality knows how scary jump scares are. Like, I'm not joking, it's not normal. Your body just goes crazy. You know it's fake, your brain doesn't. That's how to explain it, that's all I can say. The Bunker is something a little different. This is a real-time game, I want to say. Basically, it's filmed almost like a movie. There's actors who are real people, and you have to decide the decisions they make. Add horror into this, and I feel like this game could deliver a really unique experience. I've heard great things about it, and I personally am going to give it a shot this weekend. Layers of Fear is a first-person psychedelic horror game with a heavy focus on story and exploration. You take control of a painter whose sole purpose is to finish a painting, and as you play through and explore, every single turn can lead to a different camera angle and a different game change and a different room change. Nothing stays the same. Seriously, this game is trippy, and it's great fun to watch and play. So if you've got a few buddies who want to get together and play a game together, this is definitely going to be the one to give a shot to. Rust. This is a complete wild card. When I first started playing Rust, I had no idea it was a horror game. And I bet most of you are like, that's not a horror game, getting kind of angry. I understand that. But after playing Rust for 30 plus hours, I can tell you it is one of the most anxiety-inducing, scary games around. Especially if you're like me and play as a loner. I'm talking getting made a slave, having people wait outside your base, trying to kill you every single time you go outside your base, having people hunt you down to kill you. I can't even explain it. So it's not your generic horror game, but trust me, in the right hands, this game is scary as fuck because you really see how real humans would act if there was no rules. And that shit's crazy. Now, I already spoke about Outlast 1, but Outlast 2, in my opinion, is a completely different game. It has different game mechanics, different playthrough style, and it's totally worth playing both of these games. So go and grab Outlast 1, and then if you enjoy it, definitely, without a doubt, grab Outlast 2, because it's even creepier and crazy, and just, oh my god, this game will get your heart pumping like nothing else. Jesus. This game is really interesting as basically you play a wife who had her husband abducted a few months ago, and then all of a sudden your kid gets abducted and now you experience all this crazy shit going on. It's VR ready, and that's what's important about this game. VR ready basically means you're going to be shit scared playing it, and I believe currently it's free. It's not charged anything because it's still in alpha or beta or something. Maybe it's not, but it is free to my knowledge right now. So you can go and check that out. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll leave you with a little bit more abduction footage. Have an absolutely awesome day, and please remember to subscribe. See you later. Bye.